Harp at Home with Rachel here. As you can see, I'm not at my home for just now. I'm just dropping by very quickly before we nip back to the music room to say make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to take you on a wee trip to the Highlands to meet my harp makers at Starfish. Hello, welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining me here at Harp at Home with Rachel here. My name is Rachel here and we are on our third workshop already of series 2 where I'm teaching you lots of the tunes that I would just really like to play on my Scottish harp. So as ever, you can download your PDF for the music at harpathome.com. There's a small charge for that, but that just helps support me making these workshops. And also just a huge thanks. Some of you spotted the wee extra donation tip jar thing there, so thank you if you donated a little bit extra. It does kind of help me on my way and just allows me to spend good amount of time to do these workshops, because it's nice to have a new challenge or to have a challenge every week to create content for you all. And I'm enjoying looking at arrangements that I've taught before and maybe arrangements that I've played and kind of rejigging of things so that you can maybe enjoy learning the tunes as well. So today, well, we're doing things a little bit differently today. We're going to learn a tune, but there's not going to be a blether section today. Afterwards, I'm going to take you on a wee bit of a road trip, as you might have just seen before that, actually. We're going to head up north to Starfish Harps, the people that made my harp. I decided to take a wee trip with them this week. I had a lever that needed sorted and I've had a bit of a string massacre. As you can maybe see, actually, I'm missing 2 strings up there. And so I needed to kind of replenish my stock of strings. So I thought, well, what the heck, I'll head up north to the Highlands, to Ballachulish to see them all. And I decided to take you with me. So stick around after the workshop so you can have a wee tour of their workshop up in Ballachulish, because it's a great place and it's in a very special part of the world, a beautiful part of Scotland. But on with today, we're going to learn one of my own tunes today, actually. It's a tune which I called Glenbervie, and I wrote it for my brother and sister-in-law. They got married some years ago now at a beautiful place called Glenbervie House Hotel, really in the centre of Scotland, and they asked me to play harp for them during the signing of the register, so I wrote them a tune. So I'm going to teach you the tune that I played at the wedding. It was a great day. I'll show you some photos. Here's a photo of the happy couple themselves, Alistair and Lindsay here. And as you can see, this is a picture of me playing and entertaining the guests. I'm playing this very tune that we're going to learn. Oh, and that's a picture of me. I am the young, am I the oldest sibling? Yeah, I'm the oldest sibling out of myself, my brother Alistair, now sister-in-law Lindsay, and my Lindsay's brother Kenny. And yeah, I'm the oldest, but I am also the smallest. As you can see, I'm actually wearing big heels there. They're also tall. I'm just really tiny, but there you go. That's another kind of bonus photo for you. But anyway, back to the tune. So I'm going to teach you the tune that I played for them for their wedding. So yeah, have a listen to it, and hopefully you'll be able to download the music okay. I forgot to say, actually, there is an additional tune with the music that's related to what I'm going to be doing up at Starfish, as you will see. So a wee freebie again. It's a tune called Starry-Eyed Lads, and it's from my Mostly Scottish Harp book volume 1, which is also available for download as a PDF and in hard copy if you want the hard copy sent. Yeah, check that out. Oh, and this tune, Glenbervie, I should have said this at the start, actually. Myself and Ron recorded it on our latest album, Sparks. So I paired it with a beautiful tune called Around the Glen, which is a stunning air from the Isle of Man. But yeah, this is the shop address, of course, for my website. So check out the album, check out the book, which has the bonus tune in it as well if you want. So babbling on a little bit, but hey, you don't have the blether section, so I'm figuring this is your blether section today. But on with the tune, Glenbervie. I'll play it to you now and then we'll go ahead and learn it. Here you go. Glenbervie, let's head over to the green screen and we'll give it a go together. Hello everyone, back at the green screen, and yes, we're going to learn this bonny wee mazurka that I wrote for my brother and sister-in-law called Glenbervie. Okay, so first of all, of course, we need to set our levers. This tune is in G major, so that means you need your F sharp levers on as well as anything else that you normally have on for C major. So my harp is tuned to E flat major. That means I have E, A, B levers on and my F sharp levers on. If your harp is tuned to C major, you'll just have your F levers on. And as always, play a scale from G to G. And if it sounds nice and happy, yeah, you're on the right track. We're off to a good start. Cool. So I'm going to play you the first part through twice, so you can get familiar with it again. And then we'll learn the melody and yeah, we'll see how we get on. Have a listen. So Glenbervie. Okay, so as a lot of tunes, it's just a straight repeat for this part. So we are starting off, actually, we're kind of starting off on a G chord. You can remember what a G158 chord is, so that's that kind of classic chord that we would play in our left hand. We're going to be using that shape in our right hand, okay? So a lot of the times when I'm trying to remember tunes, I look for shapes in my hand to try and help my memory. So I guess this is what this might help you. It's a kind of G chord. Okay, now I'm not actually going to place all fingers on. I'm going to keep my second finger off. My second finger is going to be ready to go onto that D. So that therefore means fourth on the G above middle C, our thumb an octave above that, so on the top G, and our second finger is going to be ready to pop onto that D once we play the bottom G. So have a listen to those three notes. We're just going bottom, top, middle. Let's just try that after two together. 1, 2. One more time for good crack. 1, 2. Nice. Now after that, I'm going to cross over to the right C, and I'm going to pop down 3 in a row, C, B, A, and I'm going to play down those and straight back up again. Have a listen to the rhythm. So I've got thumb and C, second B, third and A. I'm going to play down and play up quite quick. Then I'm going to actually add on the A at the end. So we've got C, B, up 3 from A. Let's just try that a little bit. I'm going to count to 3 for this bit. 2, 3. Two, three. Nice. Let's add on our starting 3 notes, and I'm going to count to 2 and we'll put that first little bit together. That's our first phrase. 1, 2. 2. Nice. We're actually going to do that twice in a row. Okay, so let's do it twice in a row and we end up counting a 2 before each one. Okay, after 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Again. Great. So that's almost us done with our first line there. That's good work. Let's go for that again. So I'm going to count to 2 and we play it twice through. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Okay, so what happens after that is our third phrase. This kind of tune doesn't really follow the same kind of structure that a lot of our tunes have followed, where the third phrase is the same as the first. It's a little bit more higgledy-piggledy. Our third phrase is kind of a variation on what we've played. Have a listen. so we've got more of a kind of, we've got some more notes in the anacrusis in the pickup note for this phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4, down from that top G that we've been playing. So thumb on G, second on F, third on E, fourth on D. And we're going to play down those. I'm going to count to 3 for that, and that's going to be on the 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so I guess I'm counting 2, 3, 1 actually. 2, 3, 1. Okay, after that, we're going to stay up there because this is still us on the kind of variation part here. Okay, so second on F, thumb on G. Then we're going to move our second to D and our third to C. So we've got F, G, D, C. So second on F, thumb on G, we're going to play that F. Then down G, D, C. Pop your thumb on the D, D, A. Okay. D, A. Let's try that bit together. I'm going to count to 3 for that. 2, 3. Let's try again. 2, 3. Okay, when we add our lead-on notes before that, it's going to sound like this. I'll play it first to you. Okay, let's try it together. I'm going to count 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And okay, so that's quite a lot of notes. That's the kind of tricky bit from the first part. Let's go for it again. 2, 3, 1. Pop your thumb down to the A. We're going to play down 3 from A to G and F. Sorry, A, G, F, and finish on the G. So we're going 3 down from A, G, F. Let's play it together after 2. 1, 2. So A, G, F. 1, 2, 3 down in a row. 1, 2. I'm going to use my second finger to play that G. Nice. So that's our kind of third and fourth phrase combined there. It kind of all runs into each other there. Let's have a look at that bit again. I'm going to count 2, 3, 1, and we'll have a go. 2, 3, 1. F, G, D, C, D, A. 2 down from A and G. Let's go for it again. 2, 3, 1. 1, 2. Lovely work. Okay, so that's all of our first part already. So if you remember, our first 2 phrases were exactly the same. We had our kind of G158 pattern, kind of inside out almost. Crossing our thumb over to the C, going 3 down from C and back up again. A, 2 again, the same idea. Now that jumps straight onto that bit there. So that's a bit that we have to be careful about here, is joining these 2 repeated phrases up to that part. So your second of the repeated phrases, you're going up from the end on the A thumb. As you're playing that A, stretch your thumb up to the G to go straight down there. Okay. Okay, so that's a bit that you've got to watch out for in this first part, is connecting those phrases. Let's see if we can do it all. We'll see how we get on. After 2 from the start are kind of inside out G158. 1, 2. 1, 2. Straight down from the high G. Good. 1, 2. G, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then you're into it again. Cool. Let's go around that a couple of times. Let's do it twice in a row, okay? Because the first part is repeated. After 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. straight down 4th and G, that's it. 1, 2, and we count here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 again. 1, 2. Okay, so if you want to go over that, remember you can pause, rewind and rewatch, okay? But for just now, I'm going to push on to the second part. Now, the second part isn't repeated, it is just 16 bars or 16 measures straight through. So I'm going to play it through to you, have a listen. Okay, so there is a little bit of repetition in this, especially with the kind of first 8 bars of it, the first 8 measures of it. So we are starting in the middle of our harp, our second on A and our thumb on B. Have a listen to this phrase. Okay, so we're having our second on A, thumb on B. We're going to play A, B, A, pop your 4th finger out and onto the D. So we've got 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Now, the next bit, E, D. You can either use your 3rd and your 4th, or your 2nd and your 4th, which I think is what I sometimes kind of morph into there. But that's how I like to finger that bit. Might feel a little bit strange, but the reason we're doing it is because afterwards we need to pop 3, 2, 1 on G, B and C. Okay, so it's all about looking at the fingering and about what comes next to make sure that the melody flows. So we have, let's try that together, after 2. 1, 2. And then E, D. Okay, let's go for it again. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good, place on. 3rd and G, 2nd and B, thumb and C. We're going to play up those. Okay, let's do that. 1, 2. Now we're going to place 3 up from B. We're going to play up those and down them again, adding on a G at the end with our 4th finger. So it's going to sound like this. So go up 3 from B, 3, 2, 1, up B, C and D. Down the same notes and a G at the end. It's only 1 thumb at the top. Let's add on the G, B, C before it, after 2. 1, 2. Excuse me, I counted that in very fast for you. I'm going to take it a lot slower. After 2, let's go for it again. 1, 2. Up from B and down again with the G in the end. That's it again after 2. 1, 2. This time add on an A. Okay, so we're finishing that phrase with an A. Let's add that on then. After 2, up G, B, C. 1, 2. And A. Good. One more time. 1, 2. Okay, so that's our kind of first line of the first part. So remember we had A, B, A, and then our 4th onto the D, then E, D. 1, 2, our new bit. Okay, let's have a go together. After 2. 1, 2. All of that again, but we're going to change the last note to D. let's do the whole of that line again and swap in a D instead of the A. So da ba dum dum. After 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. End on the high D. Nice, good. Okay, so we're halfway there with that second part. Let's do all of that. We end on the A. All of it again, we end on the D. After 2, A, B, A, D. 1, 2. 1, 2. And A2 again. 1, 2. Nice. Let's just do it all again. We'll have another go. After 2. Ending on the A, ending on the D. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. End on the D. Lovely. Okay, so we're moving on now to the next bit. I'm going to play you the next line and we're going to split it into a lot of sections, okay? In fact, I'll play the next 2 lines so you can see how it runs. Okay, so it's a little bit different. We're going to move up higher now. Now I'm going to get you to put your second on your E and your third on your D. Now you might be tempted to use 1 and 2. The reason I'm using second and my third is because afterwards our thumb is going to stretch up to the A. I mean, you could stretch your thumb up there, but it's just a little bit easier if your second and third are there. Okay, so second on E, third on D. You're going to play E, D. Pop your thumb onto that high A. Play down 3 in a row. A, G, F. So we've got E, D, down 3 from A. 1, I'm going to count to 3 actually. 2, 3, and 1. Let's go for it again and count to 3. 2, 3. Pop your thumb back on the A because now we're going to go down A, D, E. A, D, C, sorry, A, D, C. A, D, C. Yeah. Let's add that on now. So I have E, D, down 3 from A, then A, D, C. You ready? 1, 2. A, D, C. Nice. After 3. 2, 3. Now we're going to go down 3 from B. So those 3 quite in a row. Remember, look for patterns in your harp. Back up them. So down 3 from B, B, A, G, all fingers back on, and up them. 1, 2. 1, 2. G, A, D. G, A, D. So we've got 3 down from B. 1, 2. B, A, G, reset. Kind of 3, 2, 1 and G, A, D there. Let's just try that kind of little kind of part there. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice, okay. So this is a lot of kind of, you're just going to have to kind of go around this to kind of help yourself remember this one. Less of a pattern, I guess, in the second part. Let's add that onto the play through that. After 3, sorry. Dear me. 2, 3. 1, 2 down from B. Place them all on and up again. G, A, D. Yeah. Go for all that again after 3. 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Great. Nice one. Okay, our final line. Have a listen first. Okay, so it's quite linear, this. Second and B, third and A, because we're going to have a B as a pickup note, then we're going to go up 3 from A, add A, C on there. B, A, B, C, A, C. Let's try it together after 3, 2, 3. One more time after 3, 2, 3. Place on 4, A, B, C, missing out the D just now, but you're going to play down from the D in a second. Or you're going to hit it here, I should say, down 3 from E. So we're going A, B, C, missing out the D. And then you play that D at the end. So 4, 3, 2, 1, placed on, up A, B, C. Now you play down from that top E. And finishing the D. Yeah. Let's see if we can put those two bits together. It's quite a lot of notes there. We'll see how we get on. After 3, 2, 3. A, 2. A, C on 4. And D. Yeah. Again after 3, 2, 3. Good. Let's go around it again. It's quite tricky, that bit. 2, 3. Good. Okay. So let's add on the line before that. Remember, which was our second on E and our third on D. We had E, D. Down 3 from in the top A. A, D, C. 2 down from B. 1, 2. And then our new bit that we did there. Okay, let's play it together. I'm going to count to 3 so you get the count in. 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3 and 1, 2. Good work. Okay, so that was only half of the second part. Remember we had the bit before which went A, B, A down to that D, and then E, D, up G, B, C, up from B, and it ended in the A, then you did it again. Up G, B, C, and up from the B again, but finishing in the D. Yeah? Remember, you can pause your mind if you want to look over it again. But let's see if we can maybe do all of that second part. See how we get on. Yeah? After 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Go for it again. You ready after 2? A, B, A, D. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. Nice one, excellent. Okay, will we go for the full tune? See how we get on? You ready? first part twice through. Remember your first part was your kind of G158. Up in the A, and then stretching your thumb back up to that top G down 4. The variation. Yeah? We'll have a go. We'll do the first part twice and then all of the second part as we've just played it. So, after 2, 1, 2. Tune again. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, second part. Nice work. Excellent. Okie dokie. So, pause, rewind, remember, if you need to look back on any of that. But for just now, we're going to have a look at some left hand. So, the left hand, as you see, if you have your PDF sheet music, remember you can download it from harp-at-home.com. I have the chords written above the treble clef, so a kind of chord chart type idea. But I also have a kind of arrangement written out. Now, when I play this, I normally play this with Ron. I don't really have a strict arrangement that I do. I kind of have a knowledge of what chords I'm going for, and I kind of shake it up a little bit every time I do it, I guess. I vary it. So I have written this down in some sort of form of arrangement for you. So that's what I'm going to take you through just now. But really do play about with this one as much as you want with the chords, okay? The chords are there, that's why I've given you the chord names as a bit of a guidance to give you something. But by any means, if you want to have a go of this kind of full arrangement, go for it. So, I'm going to play you the first half with the left hand. So this is the left hand that's on the sheet music. You'll notice that I've written out the melody twice in the right hand because the left hand changes. Okay, so the chords change. This is something that you can maybe think about when you're doing your own tunes. It's very tempting just to do exactly the same chords for each repeat of the tune. But you can shake it up a little bit and kind of do a little bit of variation, which is what's happened in this tune. So for the whole of the first time through, we're just going between a C and a D chord. C chord and then D chord. So C chord for one measure, for one bar, then D for the next. C, D, and then finishing on a C. And I'm varying how I'm playing it. But to be honest, it's all just kind of nice, kind of straightforward chord patterns, which I'm sure you've used before. So it shouldn't be too challenging for you to get to grip with. For the C chord, on the music, how I have it written out is a C158. So that's C, G, C, fourth and C, second and G, thumb and C. I'm sure you're all familiar with this chord. We've used it a lot in these Harp at Home workshops. I'm going to play up that and I'm going to extend it. So it's this is what I call a C158 extended chord. For that, what I'm doing is I'm crossing my second, my thumb, and I'm adding the next two notes. Classic shape. I'm sure you've come across that as well before. So for the C chord, I'm doing that. Then I'm pulling a D chord, although kind of brushing it. One thing you've got to watch out, and I really have to be careful on my harp because I have a metal C, D, E, some of you might not, is you might need to damp that C slightly before grabbing the D. So it's that sympathetic damping just before kind of flat hand sliding up and grabbing the D chord. So up the C, D. And that's all we're going to have for the first part. So it's going to sound like this. Okay, so your D chord is always actually going to go with the A that happens after your phrase. Okay, we have our G pattern, our kind of G shape in our right hand. Those are the pickup notes, so we're not going to have anything with that. And our C chord is going to start when we're going down from the C. Have a listen. So C's together, the G of the left hand by itself, C with the B of the right hand, D of the left hand by itself, and now the last note of the left hand when you're going up from your A in your right hand. 1 and 2 and 3. So we've got a right hand note to every 2 left hand notes, if you know what I mean. Not sure if that might complicate things in your mind, but I'm just trying to get away with showing you this. To 3. Let's just try and see if we can get that phrase going together. I'm not doing the lead on notes just now. 2, 3. Let's go for it again. 2, 3. Okay, let's add on the lead on notes this time. So I'm going to count to 2 and our right hand begins. 1, 2. Good, the same idea. Keep going. Okay, so same left hand for the second phrase, which is the same right hand. Let's put that together. First line with that left hand. 1, 2. 1, 2 again. Stretch up here. Now we're going to have the C chord again, but it's going to start when we go down the G, D, C here. Same rhythm though. So 2 left hand notes to every right hand. So together, left hand, together, together. Then this D here by itself. And the D chord with the A again. So we've got down our 4 notes here. Right, left hand starts. Let's try that. I'm going to count 2, 3, 1 so you get those notes in. 2, 3, 1. Good. And to finish off with the last note, just a C extended chord again. And I like to add in a low C octave, just kind of having that kind of deep effect there. Yeah, not bad. Remember, pause, rewind if you want to go over that. Let's see if we can play through that first, the first 2 lines. So the first time round, the first part. 1, 2. Brush D chord. 1, 2. Same. C extended. D again. Nice. C extended and low C octave. 1, 2. Nice. So for the left hand for the second time round, it's kind of based on the same chord kind of patterns, but what we're doing is we're rising up the harp. You know, like I like a rising chord pattern. So we're gonna have the same C and D for the first measure, for the first phrase. We're gonna swap in an E extended and an F octave here now. Okay, so instead of the C extended and the D chord, we're going to have an E extended, E minor extended, and then an F sharp octave. So it'll sound like this. Okay, let's have a go of that. So same right hand, different left hand, but it's the same shapes, if you know what I mean. 1, 2. F octave. Good. So it'll a little bit strange just now, but don't worry, it's going to resolve in a second. Let's try that line then. So C chord, D, E minor chord, F sharp octave. 1, 2. 1, 2. E minor, F octave. Good, keep going, because it's going to be the C and the D chord here, so the same as you had before. Okay, so that phrase is exactly the same. We have the C extended and the D chord. To finish off this time, instead of a C extended, we're going to do a G extended. So again, we're just substituting in different chords. G. And G octave or a single G, whatever you feel like there. If you've got those low bass strings, actually you'll see later, there's a harp that I'm going to play later on after this workshop, which has those low G bass strings. I could have got the low G there, but not in this harp that I've got just now. Cool. Let's try that for the second time round. So C, D, E minor, F, C, D, finishing in a G chord. So this is the second time round through the first part with the left hand. 1, 2. D, 2. E minor, F sharp octave. Back to C and D chord. And then a big G chord. 2 and 3, G. Nice. Cool. So that's your left hand for all of the first part. First time round, you're just going between the C and a D chord, and then the second time round, you've got a bit of chord substitution, which means that you end up working up the harp a little bit in a kind of wee chord pattern. Let's try that twice through, see how we get on. You ready? I'm going to count to 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. C again. 2 E minor. Back to C. And G. Lovely. Good work. So we look at the left hand for the next bit. Okay, so it's a little bit kind of more kind of we've got some kind of chord substitution, a lot of different chords going on here, so it might take you a little bit of time to kind of memorise this bit. So I'll play you how it goes anyway. Have a listen. So, starting off, we're going to have a low D extended chords. Okay, so I'm right down the bottom for my harp. If you have these strings, great. So it's a D extended, we've got, and then finishing it off with the D at the end. So have a listen to how that fits in. So it's going to go with the A, D, with the A, D. So if the A and the B is the pickup notes, then it's going to start the A of the left hand by itself, the D by itself, or D's together, sorry, D to me, E and F by themselves, then the E here, and D's together. After 2, let's have a go. I'm going to do it really slow. 1, 2. D's together, rest of the left hand by itself, then E here by itself, and D's together. Go for it again. 1, 2. Good. Now we're going to go on to an A chord, which is going to happen with this section. It's going to start with the C. Have a listen. It's going to go together, together, together. Okay, so we've got kind of like, again, when we learnt that, we divided that into two little bits. We had that bit going up G, B, C, and then up from the B. So these are going to kind of overlap in these kind of phrases, as in how we learnt. So the A chord, A158, starts with a C, then with the B, A with the C again. And with the last note, we're going to be doing a D chord with an F sharp in the bass. So this is basically a D chord, but we're going to have an F sharp and then D, A. So that's one to watch out for. Fourth finger in F sharp, then a D fifth, I guess, there. 2, 1. Gonna count to 3, we'll just add that in with that A. 2, 3. Nice. So that will sound like this. F, D, A. Nice kind of suspension feel there. Let's go for that phrase after 2. 1, 2. One more time after 2. 1, 2. Nice. Let's try all of that line then. So you've got your D extended and your low D, A158 and F sharp D, A, which is a D chord of an F sharp in the bass. After 2. 1, 2. Time, reset to the D chord. 1, 2. 2. Nice. Okay, this time we're going to have, instead of a D chord, we're going to go to the relative, or to the relative minor from the D chord, which is a B minor. So we're going to pop in the B minor chord. We can't quite get extended because we're going to kind of clash with our right hand, so let's just keep it to 158, a little bit open, and then the B. But it works the same way as we did before. So our B chord comes with our second A here, and the B and the D together, E by itself here, then B with the D. Let's try it together after 2. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. Good. A chord here again. But at the end with the D, just play a D chord. Yeah, so it's a little bit more simpler. We're not got the D with the F sharp, we've just got a normal D chord. Let's try that new bit. So A chord after 2. 1, 2. That whole of that line. We have the B minor chord and the low B, A chord and the D. After 2. 1, 2. 2 A chord and D. Great. Okay, so let's have a go at doing those two lines together. So starting off with the low D chord. After 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. A chord, F sharp, D, A, B minor chord now, A, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, so let's keep moving on. Remember, pause and rewind if you want to go back to that bit. Have a listen to the next bit. Next two lines, they're both going to start with a little bit of syncopation. Okay, we're going to have some octaves, wee passages. Have a listen. So starting off with 3 octaves, E, D, C. Okay, so going down from that E, again flat hand, damping, so that they consider it damping, flat, and patting it before you play the next note. Good. Have a listen to the rhythm of how that works. Okay, now this matches up nicely with your fingers. We're going to be playing an octave every time we play our third finger. So that means the E octave comes with a D, the D octave comes with the F, and the C octave comes with the C. So every time you use that third finger, you're going to have an octave there. Let's try that after 3, 2, 3. Good, let's go for it again. 2, 3. Nice. Next bit, we're coming down from the B. With the G, we're just going to have a G, an E158 with that G. Up 3 from the G here in the melody, remember? G, A, D. With the A, we're going to have a D chord brushed. So an E minor chord with that long G. Up those 3 by themselves, the G by itself, D chord with the A. Let's try it together after 2, so E and then D. E, D. 1, 2. Let's go for it again. After 2. 1, 2. Good. Let's add the bit on before with the E, D, and C octaves, coming with the third finger. What after 3? Sorry. 2, 3. C's together, good. E with the G. And brush D. Good, let's go for it one more time. 2, 3. Good, got a little bit messy with my set with my right hand there. Now we're going to have another 3 octaves to start off the last line. We're going to go up 3 from A, B, C. Again, consider damping with your flat hand. Have a listen. So it's going to come A with the A, B with the B. With the second time you play your C comes with it. Okay, so that matches up nicely. A with the A, B with the B, nothing with the first C, but with the second C you have a C octave. After 3, 2, 3. And one more time after 3, 2, 3. Good, and finish off with the very last note, the D. We have a D extended and an octave D. Yeah, let's just try that a little bit again. We'll go through the whole flat line because it's quite straightforward to get that D extended in and your D octave. Okay, 2, 3. D extended, D. Good. One more time. 2, 3. Good. Okay, so remember for all of that 2 lines there we had, matches up with your third fingers there, then an E chord, and then brush D. Let's see if we can get the last 2 lines of the second part going together. So that's when our syncopation left hand starts. 2, 3. 2, E minor, D chord, 2, 3 octaves, C, and big D chords to finish off. Nice. Okay, we try all of the left hand for that together. So where we had D extended, then your A chord, F sharp, D A, so it's a D over the F sharp there, sorry, a bit messy there. B chord, same idea, A, but then a D chord. Yeah, remember, pause and rewind if you need to. Let's go for all of that second part with the left hand. After 2, 1, 2. see how we get on. Remember your first time through the right hand was just wobbling between the C and the D chords, and then you move C, D, and then going up to the F, back to C, D, and then again G. Okay, we'll see how we go. Aye, let's go for it. We can learn that quite quick today, actually. It's good. After 2, 1, 2. So yeah, you can play around with that one. Work out the left hand in different ways. Of course, you have the second PDF as well, which really just has a simpler version. It's the same harmony, but just a simpler version of the left hand written out really for smaller harps. So have a look at that. Right, so we'll nip back to the fireplace quickly to hear it one more time played together. But then, of course, stick around because I'm going to take you on a wee road trip. Yeah, no blether section today, but something else instead. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed that learning that tune. Remember, you can, it's on my album Sparks, so please do check that out. I play a beautiful tune from the Isle of Man before it called Around the Glen, which is bonny. So yes, oh yeah, and also remember there's an extra PDF which is related to the road trip after this in the music as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, and enjoy the wee road trip with me, and yeah, see you soon. Okay, right, I'm about to be blown away here. As you can see, we are enjoying the Scottish summer in the Highlands. Standard, I'm en route from Glasgow to Ballachulish, where, yeah, we're about to go and meet my harp makers. So yeah, let's head up the road. here I am at Starfish in North Ballachulish, and this is all the harps they have. They have their student harps, they're Glenelg, so this is what I have at home, but in walnut, and this one's in cherry, and then they have, oh I can't remember what this one's called, something beginning, is it the, no it's not the Erskine, oh Lochaber, because Starfish is in Lochaber, the Lochaber region of Scotland, and that's a concert gauge string, so that's a maple, and I used to have that harp, which is a Glencoe in maple. That's my first ever Starfish that I had. And I used to own one of these ones. This is a Mamor in walnut. So this is kind of cool because it's got the extra 3 bass strings. I ended up selling mine because I couldn't fit it in the back seats of my car. And I couldn't fly with it either. But I did love it for having the kind of extra bass strings. So I'll play a couple of tunes of them. It's not particularly in tune, and I haven't got my tuning, my electric tuner with me, so but I will give you a wee blast. I'll maybe play you, I'll start off with a tune that I wrote for Starfish called Starry-Eyed Lads, and actually I'm going to give you a copy of this in your PDF this week, and then maybe another jig. We'll see how it goes, and I'll try and get down, try and remember that I've got these bass strings, I'll play through them. So there you go. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that wee trip up to Starfish. I did actually mean to stop a few times on the way down the road as well and show you some of the beautiful scenery, but alas, typical Scottish summer, it was bucketing and we just decided to head back down, and now we're back in Glasgow. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, hope you enjoyed learning the tune, and I will see you next week. Cheers!